I have Dolce& Gabbana's Light Blue EDP, the 2026 version, a Alberto Maria's fragrance, and the notes are yellow mandarin, grapefruit, bergamot, cardamom, seawater, juniper berry, cypress, and ambroxan, cedarwood, patchouli. Um, so the first thing I thought of when I smelled this fragrance is it's more of a blue fragrance, and that kind of sounds off because this is a blue fragrance, light blue, but you know what I mean. Like light blue came out in 2007, the original, and then you had Blue Day Chanel. Blue Day Chanel started this new blue trend. So this one kind of takes that Blue Day Chanel route instead of um the like aquatic um oceanic route that light blue took. And I also thought this smells like YSL's YEDP. Um, and surprisingly, when I looked on Fragrantica, a lot of other people think that too. I think it might be the number one, or it's up there as like one of the most recommended. It's one of the most similar fragrances that people think. Um, but I also thought it smells like a blend of YSL's Y Ooh Fresh. That one's discontinued. So it kind of has this blue fragrance, but also this seawater citrusy fragrance. It's like a combination of the two. I don't like YSL YEDP. I don't know if I tried their EDT, but the EDP had this beer note in it, like this weedy alcohol smell or something. And I feel like this has it too. You know, I like the fresh aspects of this, but I don't like the blue aspects. And you know, why is so wise it was fresh was a great fragrance. One of the better designer ones in the last 10 years or so, I think. I don't know why they discontinued that. I guess people don't really like the fresh ones, but I don't know. This one, it's not as good to me. It's like they tried to modernize light blue, but they didn't. It's like you're taking that light blue, which was different at the time in 2007, and then you're modernizing it for like 2015 maybe or something like that, you know, and we're in 2026. So it's like why would you even do that, you know? But I don't know. There's also this like weird muskiness in there, and I'm sure it's coming from the cypress. If you ever smelled cypress essential oil, it has this kind of like green muskiness that can be, to me, like a little bit unpleasant if you overdose it. Um, and yeah, it's just I don't know, the blending. Alberto Maria's is good, but the blending seems a little off to me. It dries down okay, but yeah, that cypress mixing with the patchouli. I mean, it's not bad, but it's just nothing new. Like when you're doing patchouli and cypress, juniper berries, you know, the cypress makes it unique, but it kind of seems off to me. And it's just following trends, you know, like the seawater and ambroxan and cedarwood is nice, but I don't know. I feel like musk should have been. I mean, there is a musk in here, but I just don't really see the need for as much cypress and patchouli in this fragrance as Alberto Maria's put it. And let me smell it one more time here. Yeah, it's a little heavier. The blue aspect kind of dissipates a little bit, but it's just, if I'm wearing light blue, I'd rather it be fresher, just do an Embroxen musk, seawater, some fruits, maybe some juniper berry, cedar, woody, but patchouli and cypress and these blue notes, it kind of smells like like somewhat of a cheap soap, like a green soap, and then this kind of dirty musk, but not in a unique way. It just, I don't know, like it's not bad, but it's nothing unique. I think this fragrance tried to be unique by doing patchouli and cypress in light blue, but in making it more of a blue fragrance to modernize it. But I don't know, it's not as good as the original, and I feel like most people would agree with that smell this. Um, you know, I mean, I guess it's an EDP version. I feel like when a lot of these designers do EDP or especially perfume versions of EDTs, they're usually not as good. They just amp up vanilla or amber woods or what else? They might throw some patchouli in there or more Broxton somewhat, and it just, yeah, they might last longer. They're smoother, um, that may be a little stronger, but they never smell as good to me, and the price never warrants the purchase. And yeah, it's like I don't see the point of why you would buy this over um the original light blue. Yeah, the patchouli, cypress, maybe some more Ambroxan in here might last longer, but the the intense, the Dolce& Gabbana light blue intense, that one's good. Maybe it's a little synthetic and harsh, but it kind of does what you would expect, like stronger, more seawater, more just everything. It's a little synthetic. I guess a pro of this EDP is it's a little smoother and less synthetic, maybe. But I prefer the intense version of light blue more than this. It seems like light blue, a lot of their more recent flankers smell similar to the original, but just not as good. Like the 2000, I think last year they had a flanker and it smelled like the original, but just maybe smoother and not as good, not as fresh. Um, I wish they would go back to the flankers that were fresh but interesting. I think light blue forever, and then they did another flanker after that that was like light blue forever, but maybe not as strong, a little muskier. I even like the Italian zest. A lot of people didn't like that. I thought that was good. Sun was good. They had one like Love is Love or something that was not good actually, but a lot of the flankers are good, but this one just seems like it doesn't fit in the line really. I mean, I'm guessing they're gonna do a perfume version next, but I don't know. I don't know how that would go. These fragrances seem to be EDT fragrances. I guess you could do a fresh version would be nice, or a cologne version would be cool, but I don't know. I'd rather them not just amp up these type of fragrances. And another thing with the light blue line is it gets kind of confusing. I think they redid the original EDT, and that one's similar from what I've smelled. It's similar. I can't really tell too much of a difference. The the Pour Homme version, the feminine one, I mean the original's so good, especially for the time. The new one is a little modernized. I mean, I don't know if it's better or worse. Maybe it's just slightly modernized. But yeah, my point is it gets kind of confusing, all these reworks. I don't know what Dolce& Gabbana is doing with these with the one the new EDT. I don't think it's as good as the original EDP. It's like slightly more amberwoody, and that's it. The perfume, I thought the perfume was okay, but there's better, especially for the price. But yeah, overall, just to go over this fragrance one more time. Yeah, seawater, cypress, and Broxton, patchouli, and it's like those, and just take any kind of standard blue fragrance. The seawater makes it better than a lot of those blue fragrances, but the blending maybe not as good as a lot of the blue fragrances. And the cypress gives it this like green muskiness, but almost in like a what's that soap? Green Iris Springway or something. Um, yeah, let me know what you think if you smelled this new Dolce& Gabbana Light Blue EDP. Um, this is the Pour Homme version. I probably should have mentioned that in the beginning. So I was a little confused because the packaging kind of has the feminine colors. Like it looks like light blue for women, like the original. So I'm surprised they went with that light color, especially if you're representing a stronger fragrance compared to the original. But yeah, I mean, I guess the title will say Pour Homme, but yeah, let me know what you think if you smelled this. Overall, I don't think this is worth the buy. I think a lot of the flankers are a lot more interesting and better. Even the original EDP, I mean EDT, um, the intense version, even the new EDT, even the feminine version. I feel like a lot of these are unisex. This one, I mean, I guess this one, it's unisex, but maybe slightly more masculine. It smells kind of like, a men's blue fragrance. But yeah, let me know what you think if you smelled this one.